Good morning, everybody. It's Valerie Ling from the Center for Effective Living. I really do think these live videos are a bit like a psychologist unplugged. I am in my car. I've parked very, very safely, but I was listening to something on the radio and it really triggered something for me, so I thought I would stop the car and actually talk about it while it was fresh in my head. You know, when you've heard the phrase sink or swim. The idea is that we throw ourselves or throw someone out into deep water and they either start to swim by sheer desperation and the need to do it, or they sink. I was listening to the radio show today that's usually on in my car, and I had already seen the news feed about this particular news piece about an elderly couple on the northern beaches who very sadly passed away. Because one of the husband, who was supposedly the carer for the wife, had naturally passed away, and because he was the carer for the wife, she too passed away after his passing. And it really struck a chord in me because the police actually put out a Facebook post getting the discussion going about how we can actually just connect with our elderly neighbors. The radio host on the show that I was listening to, I think, made a good or a helpful observation about help-seeking behaviour, and she was talking about how this couple, likely to be pre-war, may have a kind of a psychology or a mentality that it's not okay to ask for help if you need help. She was saying maybe it reflects a kind of a self-sufficiency, maybe even an embarrassment or a pride issue. And it struck a chord in me because I think as a mental health professional, we sometimes get to see our clients walk into our therapy room at a stage where if they had come in earlier, they would have, I think, maybe circumvented a period of suffering and pain of thinking that they were alone. Mental health statistics in Australia tell us that 1 in 5 Australians are likely to experience a mental health episode in a year. It also tells us that of the people that experience mental health issues, only 35% actually seek professional help. That's a very low number, isn't it? And you have to ask yourself, well, what stands in the way of us actually asking for help when we genuinely and even desperately need help? So I think I've chunked it down into maybe 3 sections, and after this post, when I'm actually back in the office and out of my car, I will post some links to further explore this topic, but also where you can get help. So I just want to chunk down the 3 reasons why we may not get help and why instead of swimming we may actually just continue to sink. 1 is awareness. We may not be aware of what we're experiencing and where that fits into the norm of experiences. Do we really need help? 2nd, we may then second guess what we're actually feeling. So awareness was number 1. Number 2 are the emotional issues that we experience. We might doubt whether what we're feeling is real or legitimate. We might actually feel embarrassed that what we're experiencing makes us look weak or incompetent somehow. We might even feel ashamed that what we're going through makes us inherently wrong somehow. There's something defective with us. So there's an emotional reason. And thirdly, I think, is accessibility to help. For some of us, we may be living in situations where we might be aware that we need help. We might emotionally be at the point where we're ready to ask for help, but we're just not sure where to go. Maybe you've had some negative experiences in the past when you have asked for help. Maybe you actually really just don't know what resources are available to you. Now, of all those 3 reasons, I guess what I would like to just finish off with this video and say, for that 3rd reason, that's where your mental health professionals, your health professionals, your doctor steps in. Even if you walk into your nearest local doctor and just start with that chat, just to find out what resources are available, you're making a direction to actually say, yes, I'm important and what I'm feeling is real and I actually really do need help. And so help-seeking behaviour, it's something we're concerned about as health professionals. It is a low statistic that we find of people finding help. The resources are there. I'm going to post some links there. And if you're in a situation where you're actually thinking, I'm not actually swimming, I think I'm sinking, then reach out. Have a lovely rest of the day. Bye.